Okay, this is review for exam 1. Let's go over the formulas. So here we have a couple of formulas. So let's write the numbers down. Because a big part of it is to know which formula to apply for the questions. Let's see the first kind. It's one time, right? One time loan. There's a question on the test saying you borrow money from your friend, agree to pay back in 30 days with a certain percent of interest. So it's just one time. So you don't see T here. There's no time involved because just multiply by 1. And so this is the interest and this amount of money after the period of time. So it's the principal plus the interest part. The second kind is simple interest. Simple interest is we say T times, depends on how many time, right? This T could be measured by week, by month, or by year. It depends, right? This little r interest rate and T are relative. So this is interest, this little r here is interest in this certain period of time. Then, of course, this is interest, right? We have the principal, P naught represent the principal here, multiplied by the interest rate, multiplied by time. Then amount of money after this T time. So the third one is compound. So we see exponential forms, we know that's compound interest. But these three, what do they have in common? It's just one deposit. It's not a continuous deposit. It's one investment or one deposit. Oh, let me erase them. I need to erase them. Now let's see the last two. The last two, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is number 4. Right? Number 4 is retirement. You know, people save money for retirement. So this is saving, right? Save money. So all the previous are saving money. The last one, which is a 5, is different. It's a payout annuity, which means a person is old enough to withdraw money from his or her retirement fund, or loans, like student loans, car loans or mortgage, house loans, mortgage, which means you borrow money from bank, then you pay back to the bank gradually. So this amount of money getting smaller. All the previous one, the money, your principal, your investment, that's your investment, getting bigger. But this one is your loan or your retirement fund. It's reducing during time. Okay, now I know those formulas. Let's go to the questions. First question. Remember in this course, what have we learned? We talk about rate. We talk about ratio. We talk about proportion. Set up proportion equations, right? We talk about percentage. Well, percentage is just a special rate with a denominator to be 100. And we use this sign. And this sign means 1 over 100. In calculation, it's 0.01. Okay, let's see the first question. Monique left a $55 tip on 278 restaurant bill. Question is asking, what percent tip is that? So tip over the bill, right? So so the ratio is a tip over the bill. If you do bill plus a tip in the denominator, that's fine also. Okay. So then we use 55 divided by 278. Well, we put into calculator. I'm going to hit in my calculator. So I clear my calculator first. Then I do 55 divided by 278. I get a decimal. I get a 0.1978. Then I convert this into percentage, which means I multiply by 1, and this one is 100%. Right. This number multiplied by 100, I got to move the decimal 2 places. So that becomes 19.78. Then I carry on the percent sign. Okay, so that's the answer for the first part. The second part is asking how much will the total bill be, including tip, including 6.2% tax. So the bill is 278, then 6.2% tax. Let's calculate that. It's 278 multiplied by 0.062. Again, I'm going to press into my calculator, 278 multiplied by 0.062. So I get a 17.24. Right, so that's the tax. So now total bill. The original bill is $278. The tip is 55. And the tax is 17.24. So add all those together. So plus 278 plus 55. I get a $350.24. So this is the answer to the second part. So this is the total bill. Okay, that's for question 1. Question number 2. A simple sales item that have been marked down by 85%. Oops, let me get my marker. So have been marked down by 85%. So that means how much do I have to pay? I only have to pay 15% of it. How do I get that? I subtract 85% from 100%. Get a 15%, right? So I only have to pay 15% of the original price. Now, it has additional 25%. Well, additional 25% means I have to pay 75%. How do I get 75%? I do 100% subtract 25% to get 75% of that. So what percent of the original price do you end up paying? Well, this is 15%. I only have to pay 15% of the original price from the first markdown. Then out of that, I only have to pay 75% of that. So what do? I multiply those two numbers, right? I multiply those two numbers. So 15% multiplied by 75% is 0.15 times 0.75. Again, I'm going to use my calculator to do the work. So when I do that, I get 0.1875. Now I need to convert into percentage because it asked me what percent. So again, I multiply by 1, and this one is 100%. I get 18.75%. Okay, so because 85% discount first, and then 25% discount second, so in total, I have to pay 18.75% of the original price. 3 proportional equations. What do? We cross multiply. So 7 times x, get 7x. Then 5 times 28. Then we divide by 7 on both sides. So get a 1x. 1x, usually we don't bother to write this one. We just write x. Well, we can punch into a calculator. Otherwise, we can think 7 goes into 28 4 times. 4 times 5, 20. So x equals 20. That's another way of doing this because those numbers are nice. Another way of doing it by using proportion. So 7 go to 28, we multiply by 4, right? 4 times 7, 28. So we'll have to do the same for the denominator, multiply by 4. So 5 times 4, that's 20. So that means x equal to 20. Okay, either way works. Now let's see 4 and 5. 4, a bus driving 6 miles per hour, right? We're given a rate, 60 miles, unit rate per 1 hour, right? Per hour means per 1 hour. How many miles? How many miles? Set up a proportion equation. Does it take to travel 32 seconds? Can we do cross multiplication? No. Because this unit is in hour, this unit is in seconds. So we need to change 1 hour to be in seconds. So 1 hour equals to 60 minutes, and 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So 1 hour equals to 60 times 60 seconds, which is 6 times 6, 36. Adding 2 zeros, that's 3,600 seconds. So 1 hour, let me erase this. So 1 hour equals to 3,600 seconds. Now this is x miles, right? Now the units aligned after conversion. Right? Now we do cross multiply. So do 3,600 multiplied by x, okay, 3,600 times x equals to 60 times 32 seconds. We divided by 3,600 on both sides. All right, we can punch into a calculator. After we put in the calculator, we get 0.53 something miles. Okay, so in 32 seconds, the bus moved 0.53 miles. So this is the answer. Okay, we set up proportion equation to solve that. Let's see 5. Suppose strawberry costs 97.8 cents per pound. Again, we're given unit rate, 97.8 cents per 1 pound, right? You bought a basket of strawberries for $4.97. How many pounds did you buy? How many pounds? Set up a proportion. The only problem is this unit is cents, but this unit is in dollars. So $1 equals to 100 cents. So we want to convert this one into 4.97 multiplied by 100. That becomes cents over X pound. Now we can cross multiply. The units aligned, we can multiply these two. So get a 97.8 multiplied by X. That equals to 1 pound times this. So 4.97 times 100, that's 497. Then we divide 97.8 on both sides. So X equals to, we press into calculator, 497 divided by 97.8. So we get 5.08 pounds. Right, so for $4.97, she bought 5 pounds, 5.08 pounds of strawberries. That's 5. This is 6. The Ranger basketball team played against the Islanders. Something is wrong with the game, so let's not pay attention to the game. So this is given a rate, right? The Rangers made 4 points. So 4 points. For every point, every means 1 point of the Islanders got. Now it says the range of 1 with 76 points. So how many points the islanders got? X many, right? Cross multiply. 4x equals 1 times 76, 76 divided by 4, both sides. 76 divided by 4, that's 19 shots, right? Points. So this is a proportion equation again, right? The ranges, so the top is the ranges. The bottom is islanders. The ranges make 4 points, islanders make 1. If ranges make the 76 points, how many points islanders make? Proportion equations. Let's see, 7. 7, I cannot see the question clearly. Oh, 15%. Okay. So iPhone 15 is for sale for 15% off. So this is 15% off. Original price of this much. What's the sale price for the iPhone? Well, if it's a 15% off, so we only have to pay 85% of it, right? So that's from 100% minus 15%, which will get 85%. Now, we only have to pay 85% of the original price, which is $892. So 85% is 0.85 multiplied by 892. So we get $758.20. Okay, that's 7. Now let's see, 8. A friend lends you $300, which you agree to repay within a month with a 5.5% one-time interest. How much will you have to repay, including tax, interest? Let's calculate the interest. Interest equals 300 multiplied by 5.5%. Which is 300 multiplied by 0.055, which is, if we do that, actually, we can go from here. Actually, another way of calculating this is 300 multiplied by 5.5 over 100. You see, this cancels this to be 3. So 3 times 5.5, which is 16.5. Right? $16. So, or you can just use a calculator. Okay, to calculate it, you also get 16.5. That's interest. So how much do we pay? That's $300 principal plus the interest, which give us $316.50. Okay, that's for 8. Now let's see 9. 9, we have A, B, C, 3 part. Let's do part A. So Marie can afford $360 per month for car payment. This reminds us to use the loan formula, the last formula. For 5 years loan at 4.2%. Well, first let's recall the formula. The loan formula is P naught equals to fraction D, payment 1 minus 1 plus R divided by K, raised by negative NK in the numerator, then divided by R divided by K in the denominator. So we need to identify the variables. So 360 per month car payment. That's payment, right? So that's a little d, 360. 5 years loan, N equals to 5. Interest at 4.2%. And because it's per month, so K equals 12 months in a year. So then we just plug in to that, right? So we get a D equals 360 multiply by 1 minus 1 plus r is 0.042 divided by 12 raised by negative n times k, 5 times 12. Then r divided by 0.042 divided by 12. Right? Then we calculate. So after calculation, we use calculators. After calculation, we get, so we get a P naught. So P naught equals to $19,452.19. So if she's able to make a $360 payment each month for 5 years loan at an interest rate 4.2%, then she can make loans of this much, which means she can afford a car cost this much. Now the second part. I have to erase this. The second part is how much total money will Marie pay the loan company? Well, each month she has to pay 360. Right? Each month she has to pay 360. And for 5 years, and each year has 12 months. So we just multiply those three numbers. When we multiply, we get a 21,600. So that's how much she paid in total. So how much of the money is interest? So her payment, part of it is the loan amount. The loan amount was $19,452.19. So the rest is the interest. So we just subtract 19,452.90 from 21,600. So the interest she paid $2,147.81. Okay, that's for this one. Let's see, 10. How much money will I need to have at retirement? At retirement keyword, so I can withdraw again the formula 5, right? Because this is payout, this is a withdrawal. So this person is old, he needs to withdraw money. So we still use the payout formula. So withdraw, which means a little d equals 78,000. Per year means n equals to 35. K equals 1 because withdraw 78,000 a year. So K equals 1. And interest rate is 6.8%, which is 0.068. Right now, how much money will I need? So we're looking for P naught. Just plugging in those numbers. 78,000 multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus R divided by K 0.068 divided by K is 1 raised by negative n times K 35 times 1. Then R divided by interest rate divided by 1 again. So we just calculate, press into calculator to calculate. So we got a $1,032,351.31. If you get a little bit different number, within like 1,000 range, that I would consider to be right also. So this is saying if she wants to withdraw $78,000 per year for 35 years with interest rate 6.8%, then she needs to have $1 million in her retirement account. Okay, that's number 10. Let's see, 11. You deposit $1,200 in an account, earning 6 interest rate compounded annually, right? How much will you have in the account 25 years? So the key word is deposit this only once. So we know we need to use a compound interest formula, which is amount of money after certain years equals the initial investment times 1 plus R divided by K divided by N times K, right? So initial deposit for investment is $1,200. 1 plus R is 0.06, because 6%. K, because compound annually, so K is 1, compound annually. The reason by for how many years? 25 years times 1. Right, this is 1,200 multiplied 1.06 divided by 25. Then we press into a calculator. We get $1,359.35. Okay, that's 11. See 12. See, you have 1,400,000 saved for retirement. We have 2 formulas for retirement, right? The last 2. Your account earned 8.2%, right? That's R. How much will you be able to withdraw each month? Again, withdraw, the payout, the last formula to use, right? So P naught equals to D times 1 minus 1 plus R divided by K divided by negative NK divided by R divided by K. Identify those numbers. P naught, 1,400,000. Right? Equals to, we're looking for how much will you be able to withdraw. Looking for this D. We're looking for this D. We don't know the D. 1 minus 1 plus R is 0.082 divided by, withdraw each month. So K equals to 12. Then raised by negative, how many years? 30 years times K 12. Then divided by 0.082 divided by 12. Then we use a calculator to get a number, right? In the end, we use D equals to this 1,400,000 divided by this number we have calculated. Then in the end, we should have 12. So it's able to withdraw each month $10,468.85, because this person has you have $1,400,000 in the account. So for the next 30 years, each month you can withdraw $10,468.85. All right, that's 12. Let's see 13. A certificate deposit keyword CD, compound interest. Okay. So you deposit 85 compound interest, amount of money equals the initial deposit 1 times R divided by K raised by NK. So initial deposit 8,500 times 1 plus interest rate 0.083 divided by compound monthly divided by 12, raised by how many years? 16 years, multiplied by 12. Right, then you use calculator to calculate this. So it should be $31,928.36. Compound interest. Okay, well, 2 questions use compound interest. Last question, 14. 14 also has 2 parts. Lisa bought a house, cost her this much, $350,000, but she was able to pay 18% down, which means she was able to pay 18% out of her own account, out of her own pocket. She needs to make a loan, which is also called a financing, the remainder. What is the remainder? The remainder is 82%, right? because 100% minus 18% equals 82%. So 82% of, so the loan, we use P naught to represent, is 350,000 multiplied by 82%. That's how much she needs to finance. So let's calculate this. So that's 35040 multiplied by 0.82, okay? Which is, let me get a number. 35040 multiplied by 0.82. That's 287. So she needs to make a loan of $287,000. And question 8, find her monthly payments. So remember P naught, let's write this. D times 1 minus 1 plus R divided by K, raised by negative NK. We have 4 questions so far, right? Use the formula, R divided by K. So plug in P naught, we know, we just found 287,000. We're looking for D, try to find the D, 1 minus 1 plus. R is what? 5.8% with 0.058 divided by 12 because she wants to pay monthly, right? Monthly payments. Raised by negative for how many years? For 30 years. Raised by negative 30 times 12. Then R divided by the interest rate divided by 12. Right, then, so we want to calculate this part. We want to calculate this part. Then we'll get a number, right? Whatever the number is, we divide it on both sides. Divide on both sides. Then in the end, we're going to D equals to 287,000 divided by whatever this number turned out to be. So in that case, so this is the 14th last one. In the end, we get $1,683.47. All right, that's her monthly payment. That's the first question. So each month she needs to pay $1,683.47. So B is asking how much interest will Lisa pay over the life of the loan? Over the life of the loan means 30 years, right? For 30 years. So each month she has to pay $1,683.47. For how many months? She has to pay 30 years, and each year has 12 months. So multiply this. That's the total money. That's the total money she paid. So let me get it from my calculator. So 1,683.47 multiplied by 360. Oh, is that right? Sometimes the calculator doesn't. Sometimes the calculator give us false numbers, so I'll be careful with it. Oh yeah, let me write this down. It looks like 606,049.2. So $606,049.20. Well, it's asking interest. So this is the total amount of money she paid. But how much did she loan? She only made loans of $287,000. Okay. So subtract that. Get a 2,940,9753. Wow. So out of this, $379,049.20 interest. So that's what makes a lot of money. All right, that's it. That's That's a review for the exam. And yeah, Tuesday, I'm going to give you back your exams. Hopefully you can make corrections. Then show me you did make corrections. Okay. See you on Tuesday.